During this time, Yang Webai began to build her career with the scar treatment formula from Chen Yuan. The ointment was renamed C after packaging and specialized in bone treatment. Before long, this name became a famous brand, with profits soaring 58 times. Indeed, making money was faster than robbing a bank. In Yang Weibai's heart, she always hoped for the day when she could stand in front of Chen Yuan and proudly showcase her success to show him that she was not just a decorative vase. But fate did not favor her, and a surprising news shattered that dream. Gyeongbokgung Pharmaceutical Manufacturing Group had just developed a new medication that skyrocketed Lim Yun Wom's value. Rumors even claimed that Lim Yun Wom was about to become a top global tycoon with personal assets surpassing $100 billion. Upon hearing this news, Yu Fang Sea felt a burning frustration. Even if she earned $10 billion in that man's eyes, it would still amount to nothing. The most infuriating thing was that Chen Yuan could live well without his daughter. Yu Fang Sea could not bear to think of her daughter being overshadowed by other women. To avoid a long night of dreams, she began to think of all sorts of tricks to manipulate Yang Weibai's mindset, aiming to push her quickly towards Chen Yuan. As soon as Yang Weibai returned, Yu Fang Sea began to make her move. With a sweet voice but full of insinuation, "My daughter, your opportunity is coming. Don't miss it. Chen Yuan is at Tianmen." Yang Weibai remained naive, still not understanding what her mother was hinting at, and replied nonchalantly, "I know, a few days ago he told me he was going to film there." Hearing this, Yu Fang Sea didn't know what else to say. Unable to contain her anger, she asked in a serious tone, "Then why are you still sitting here eating fruit?" Yang Weibai continued to munch on the apple in her hand. "Oh, come on, why can't I eat?" Saying that, she took a bite of her apple while looking up at her mother with a defiant expression. Yu Fang Sea was at a loss for words with this naive daughter. Taking a deep breath, she was determined to reprogram her mind, starting with a gentle voice that seeped in like a slow drizzle. "My silly daughter, do you know happiness has to be seized with your own hands? If you wait here, the opportunity will slip away." Seeing that her daughter still didn't understand, Yu Fang Sea decided to use the ultimate move of golden memories to recount. "Do you know, your father was very famous back in the day. I had to defeat 5 or 6 other women to win his heart. Love isn't easy, my dear. If you want it, you've got to fight for it." Yu Fang Sea continued to pour honey into her ears, each word resonating. This society is so realistic that there aren't many wealthy guys who aren't flirting around. No matter how things are, Chen Yuan isn't too wild. That's already a good catch. How could there not be a few competitors? At that moment, Yu Fang Sea felt the opportunity was ripe and started to make her final move. "Listen to me, my daughter. Chen Yuan is now alone at Tianmen. It's cold and windy. He must be feeling quite lonely, and you are opening a company nearby. If you, a man and a woman, appear by his side, won't everything be resolved?" Not stopping there, Yu Fang Sea quickly continued, "Don't you dare deny it. Lonely men are the easiest to sway, do you understand? Now, if you just show up, he'll be head over heels for you. As long as you can capture Chen Yuan's heart, the Yang family will reap long-term benefits." Those words were like a needle piercing Yang Weibai's heart. Her face began to flush, a sense of embarrassment and confusion spreading throughout her body. What is Mom talking about? How shameless! But just as she rushed out of the room, Yang Weibai's mind suddenly started to whirl. What her mother said wasn't entirely wrong. Then Yang Weibai paused, resting her chin on her hand as if pondering something, looking no different from a clumsy love story expert. "If I meet him now, I could definitely bridge the gap from before. It's time to set off." On this side, Chen Yuan entered the kitchen, but it must be said that this is not an ordinary kitchen. Inside the villa, there is even a mini supermarket with all kinds of fresh vegetables, fruits, and various meats delivered every day, and there are even imported ingredients from abroad, so preparing cooking ingredients is extremely convenient. Butler Emmy continued to introduce each person professionally. "Boss, let me introduce a little. The kitchen at this villa is divided into 3 distinct areas: the workers' kitchen, the guest kitchen, and the luxurious private kitchen of the owner." Then Emmy pointed to each person and continued the introduction. "This is Master Yang, specializing in spicy Sichuan dishes. And this is Master Liu, a chef specializing in Cantonese cuisine. This is Master Kim, known for local specialties. Next to hit is Master Bob from the UK and Master Tom from France, both proficient in Western cuisine, from French dishes to Italian and Mexican dishes. On the other side is Master Yamatazuko, representing Japanese cuisine." Saying that, Emmy smiled. "No matter what the boss wants to eat, we can accommodate." Chen Yuan waved his hand, his voice full of confidence. "All right, today let the masters be my assistants. You all just prepare the ingredients for me." The professional chef stood there, appearing respectful to Chen Yuan on the outside, but thinking differently on the inside. Goodness, isn't it more comfortable for a wealthy boss like him to enjoy life? Why dive into the kitchen all of a sudden? Does he not trust our skills, or does he think he can cook better than professional chefs? Seeing the rather unenthusiastic expressions of the chefs, Chen Yuan merely curled his lips slightly. Just wait, let me show you what real class looks like. When Chen Yuan actually picked up the knife, everyone was completely shocked. They saw him lift the radish and gently glide the knife across it. The blade in his hand flickered like lightning, slicing through 20 cuts in just a second. The more they watched, the more they realized Chen Yuan's knife skills were so fast that only after ridges remained. But what was even more astonishing was that each slice of radish was thin and uniform, as if cut by a machine like a mold precise to the millimeter. Immediately, all the masters had their mouths agape. What is this? I have trained with a knife for 30 years and can only make 7 cuts in 1 second. 10 cuts in 1 second is already the pinnacle. How can he slice 20? Master Liu's eyes widened in shock, fear gripping his heart. Wait a minute, is this boss a professional chef? This knife skill must have taken 50 years of practice, no joke. But his age. When Chen Yuan put down the knife, the slices of radish were perfectly uniform, lined up neatly like a parade formation. They were only a hair's breadth apart. It's no exaggeration to say Chen Yuan is the legendary master of vegetable cutting. Chen Yuan glanced at the bewildered chefs. So, what do you think? Want to learn? After witnessing such an extraordinary display, who dared to speak up? The head chef's eyes sparkled with admiration. Oh my, this is indeed the master. Now, all that was left was to bow in reverence, instantly becoming Chen Yuan's enthusiastic fans, willingly shedding any arrogance. Chen Yuan wasted no time diving into the preparation of 108 dishes for the Manchuhan full banquet, coordinating the team of assistant chefs while managing 10 stoves simultaneously. Normally, a skilled chef would only master 20 to 30 dishes to be considered top-notch, and 50 dishes would mean they were truly a master. To handle all 108 dishes is something that commands respect from anyone who hears it. Surely a miracle that not everyone dares to dream of. Among them were rare dishes like pufferfish, snake soup, California tuna, and even bear paws. The once arrogant chefs have now turned into obedient elementary school students. They attentively observe every technique and method of Chen Yuan, not daring to be lax for even a second. What? Isn't this dish something that no one knows about anymore? My God, the boss can still make this? This is truly a culinary masterpiece. Having been a chef for a lifetime, they now realize they are still just novices in the field. Did you remember how to make those dishes we just went over? Write it down in your notebook quickly before it's too late. Oh my, this is amazing. I didn't expect this dish to be made that way. This method makes the flavor fresher. It's incredibly aromatic. The Western chef feels a bit shy, his voice polite yet somewhat hesitant. Boss, may I taste a bit? It smells so good, I can't resist. Chen Yuan smiles, appearing generous. No problem. Just go ahead and try. The Western chef bows his head in gratitude, then gently takes a bite, and he feels as if he has been struck by lightning, frozen in place, unable to move. A sensation dances in his mouth, his taste buds activated to the maximum. Half a second later, he feels like he just sprinted to the Arctic, and he even sees a bear roaring to welcome him. After that, the Western chef raised both hands, eyes closed as if he had just realized the truth of life. Oh my goodness! Why are Eastern dishes so famous around the world? It really is amazing. I wish I could learn all the techniques from the master and then open a restaurant to share with the whole world. Chen Yuan crossed his arms and drew a huge piece of cake. All right, having a dream is good. Follow me, I'll invest so you can open a global restaurant chain. Successful figures have a way of making their words sound delightful. The group of chefs immediately believed it. What? Is the global restaurant chain that the boss is talking about real? But if the boss has said that, it means there has been a plan all along. Opening a global restaurant chain sounds far-fetched, but for someone with money like the boss, nothing is impossible. Indeed, when successful people joke, the world still takes it seriously. Time flew by quickly, and before they knew it, half an hour had passed. Zheng Zai, Lu, and Wang Meng Meng finally arrived at the gate of the villa. Is this the place? But before the two could ask, the butler Emmy ran over to greet them politely. Hello, young ladies. May I ask if you are Miss Zheng and Miss Wang? Zheng Zai Lu nodded, feeling a bit excited. That's right. Where is Chen Yuan? I'm really hungry. Wang Meng Meng teased on purpose. Jai Lu, don't be too happy too soon. You've gotten quite chubby now. I saw you sneakily weigh yourself yesterday. You must be 65 kilograms by now. Make sure you don't eat too much later. Zheng Zai Lu puffed her cheeks in protest. What? When have I ever been fat? You're 68 kilograms too. Wang Meng Meng was furious upon hearing this, but I'm taller than you. I'm 5 centimeters taller, you know. Touching a nerve, Zheng Zai Lu huffed. Why do you always have to talk about height? It's so annoying. Just wait, maybe I'll be taller than you in the future. Seeing this scene, the housekeeper Emmy could only laugh it off. At that moment, from the direction of the gate, another car sped in. Kim Jenny and Suk-kwon had also arrived. Chairman, this is the right place. Chen Yuan sent the location here. All right, let's go in. Butler Emmy politely asked with an extremely formal tone, while his demeanor was impeccably composed. Hello, Miss An and Miss Kim. Mr. Lim Yum-wong has been waiting for a long time. Please follow me. Upon finishing his words, Butler Emmy bowed his head and gently gestured for the two to enter. As the estate's door opened, Suk-kwon could not hide her astonishment. Whoa, the rich really do live differently. This is truly extravagant. I never expected that just a villa could reach such world-class standards. It has exceeded my imagination. Upon entering the mansion, a long line of servants stood neatly, bowing in unison. The entire space exuded an intoxicating luxury, shimmering like a scene from a movie. My goodness, if this place were called a 7-star hotel, no one would dare to doubt it. A young man, having heard rumors of high pay, eagerly arrived to take a job at the mansion. On his first day at work, as soon as he stepped inside, he saw a lineup of beautiful women appearing one by one. He tried to maintain his composure, but inside, he felt a surge of shock. Good heavens, this is incredible. The owner is definitely a wealthy person who knows how to enjoy life. In no time, 4 stunning girls from every corner gathered, the daughter of a powerful tycoon, a leggy girl like a supermodel. Ah, who else is missing? Then, thinking of his arduous fate, this young man could only sigh and cry inwardly. It's true that some people are born to be princesses, while others are born to be servants. Well, I suppose that's life. I have to accept it. At least here I can admire the fragrant flowers and strange grass every day. Shortly after, the 2 young ladies from the Yi and Kin families arrived at the mansion. This time, the 2 girls didn't come alone, but brought along a team of bodyguards as if to confront an enemy. This young man felt faint right on the spot. What in the world is this? In front of him were 2 stunning beauties exuding an air of noble elegance, and behind them, oh my god, a group of bodyguards in black, their expressions cold as if they were in an action movie. Seeing those people come toward him, this young man's heart raced as if it were about to leap out of his chest. Oh no, is something about to happen at this estate? Are these 2 ladies here to cause trouble for the boss? I'm just a background character. What should I do? How unfortunate Qin Wu Shuang chose to approach this young man. He stood frozen, sweating profusely. This isn't good. Why is this young lady coming closer to me? Why not go ask someone else? Qin Wu Shuang lifted her chin, her tone extremely haughty, announcing to Chen Yuan that Qin Wu Shuang from Madua wanted to meet and ordering him to come out and welcome her immediately. This young man felt as if his soul had flown up to the clouds, his limbs trembling. What the hell? Out of the blue, she's asking me to inform the boss. He struggled to regain his composure and replied, Yes, miss, I'm just an employee. Please wait a moment while I get instructions from my superior. But Qin Wu Shuang did not allow him to say another word, her voice as sharp as steel. No matter what you are doing, just go and make the announcement. What are you still doing here? A young man was sweating, feeling like crying without tears. Oh my god, why is my fate so dark? It's my first day at work and this young lady is already making things difficult for me. Butler Emmy, seeing this, quickly pulled out the walkie-talkie to report the emergency situation at the gate. Sir, there is a young lady named Qin Wu Shuang outside the gate who wants you to come out and greet her in person. Moreover, she has brought a group of bodyguards, looking like they are here to cause trouble. Chen Yuan irritably replied, his hands still skillfully stirring the pan. I don't have time. Tell them to come in on their own. I'm busy cooking. Hearing Emmy's report, Qin Wu Shuang muttered, her voice suddenly sour like vinegar. Busy cooking. He's a financial tycoon with assets worth trillions of dollars, yet he's personally cooking. Oh my god, clearly just an excuse. He is deliberately trying to tease me. Did you hear that? He thinks who I am. Does he expect me to rush into the kitchen to meet him? This is truly annoying. Fine. Let's see me go into the kitchen myself and see how he cooks. This young man looked at the 2 noblewomen rushing in and felt a sense of relief in his heart. Oh my scared. Indeed, today he almost met his end by stepping into the wrath of these 2 queens. Poor boss, today must be complete chaos. If these 2 ladies lose their temper, this entire estate will be in turmoil. Quickly, the girls, without anyone telling them, moved together into the villa. As soon as they stepped into the living room, an irresistible fragrance wafted straight into their noses. This aroma was different from ordinary dishes. It seemed to be a blend of various gourmet dishes, leaving everyone in awe. Oh my, it smells so good, good enough to make me faint. Why is it that just smelling it makes my stomach feel so hungry? Wang Meng Meng declared confidently, her face full of pride as if she had just discovered the secret of the universe. He must be cooking. Only Chen Yuan can create a smell like this. At that moment, A group of more than 10 servers brought in each dish of food. Each dish was a gourmet dish with dozens of dishes on the table, both beautiful and exquisite, making Zheng Zailu and Wang Meng wide-eyed, almost fainting on the spot. Zheng Zailu was dumbfounded, pointing from one dish to another, mumbling like a machine. It smells so good, really smells so good. Stir-fried beef, braised ribs, stewed duck feet, steamed lobster, braised salmon, Hokkaido sashimi. Oh my gosh, what's this? It looks extravagant, and I haven't even recognized it yet. Wang Meng listened, dazed, her eyes shining like headlights, continuously nodding. Exactly. If we don't eat this, it would be a disgrace to our stomachs. At this moment, So-kwon, Kim Jenny, Yi Han, and Qin Wushuan also entered one after another. The scene in the living room became lively but also tense, especially when So-kwon and Zheng Zailu saw each other, a bit surprised. Zheng Zailu was astonished, her eyes wide as she looked at So-kwon and asked, "Sister So-kwon, why are you here?" So-kwon was equally surprised. "Oh, Zailu, aren't you studying in Mado? Why are you back here all of a sudden?" Zheng Zailu responded nonchalantly as if nothing was happening, but her eyes darted towards So-kwon with a questioning glance. "I missed Shen Yuan, so I came back. Did you come because you missed Shen Yuan too?" Thinking about having to compete for him with her younger cousin, So-kwon felt a bit uncomfortable. She knew she had run into her little cousin. Oh my, competing with her was like willingly walking into a trap. After that, So-kwon cleared her throat a few times, trying to appear calm. No, I came to discuss work. Just work, okay." At that moment, Wang Meng next to her exclaimed wide-eyed, "Hey, Zailu, look over there. Aren't those Miss Qin and Miss Yi from Maduo? Are they here too?" Zheng Zailu nodded happily and walked over, her eyes sparkling with excitement. "I don't know. Let me go say hello." Zheng Zailu approached, smiling and confidently greeted, "Sister Yi, Sister Qin, I'm Zheng Zailu. Do you remember me? We met at the party in Maduo. In Maduo, you two are called the queens of all queens, super ladies. I didn't expect to run into you here." As if suddenly remembering something, Qin Wushuang was taken aback. "I remember now. You are the young lady from the Zheng family in Gyeongbokgung, right? I think your older brother used to pursue her, didn't he? But unfortunately, she wasn't interested." Upon hearing this, Zheng Zailu's face turned red, feeling like she wanted to hide underground. "Oh dear Zheng Yi, you are making me so embarrassed. It's one thing to flirt with girls, but to boast about it after failing is another. At home, you brag claiming you succeeded in flirting with everyone. And now, you couldn't win over Yang Wei-bai, and now you can't even win over Miss Qin." At that moment, Yi Han gently spoke up. "This Zheng have we met on the Haiyang Guangming cruise ship last time." Zheng Zailu happily exclaimed, "That's right, Sister Yi. Why did you all travel from Madu to Tianmen?" Yi Han replied, her sharp tone suddenly making the atmosphere tense. "We came to find Chen Yuan. We have something to confirm with him."